Ladies and gentlemen, Raider Nation, can you feel that electric buzz in the desert air? It's Monday Night Football under the dazzling lights of Allegiant Stadium, and your Las Vegas Raiders are staring down the barrel of a must-win showdown against the Dallas Cowboys. 3 straight losses for the Silver and Black, 3 out of 4 for America's team. Both squads desperate, but make no mistake, a Raiders loss tonight could slam the door shut on 2025 playoff hopes faster than you can say, "Just win, baby." Welcome to Raiders Primetime Central. I'm your host, bringing you every snap, every stat, and every story as the Raiders fight to keep their season alive. Buckle up, because this one's going to be a wild ride. Let's set the stage. The Raiders roll into Week 11 at 2-7, fresh off a gut-wrenching 34-19 defeat to the Denver Broncos on Thursday Night Football. That's back-to-back primetime heartbreak. First the Chiefs in Arrowhead, now the Broncos at home. But here's the silver lining. Head coach Pete Carroll says his squad is battle-tested and ready to flip the script. "I thought our guys responded really well and played really hard the other night," Carroll told reporters after the Denver loss. "It's a unique situation, 2 primetime games in 5 days, but this mini-bye gives us fresh legs and a full week to sharpen up." Translation: the Raiders have had 9 full days to dissect film, heal bruises, and scheme against a Cowboys offense that can light up the scoreboard like the Vegas Strip at midnight. Now, the Cowboys? They're limping in at 3-6, having dropped 3 of their last 4, including an embarrassing 45-10 beatdown by the Eagles. Dallas bolstered their defense at the trade deadline. Hello, added pass rush depth, but Dak Prescott and that high-octane attack still averaged 27.8 points per game, 6th in the NFL. CeeDee Lamb is a human highlight reel, and if the Raiders' secondary, already without starting cornerback Jacorian Bennett, lets him roam free, it's going to be a long night. CBS Sports' Pete Prisco didn't mince words. This is a bad Monday night game. The Cowboys made improvements to the defense. Look for Dallas to win it behind Dak Prescott. Ouch. But hold the phone. Raider Nation remembers 2021, when a 5-2 Raiders squad stunned these same Cowboys 36-33 in overtime on Thanksgiving. Upsets. We wrote the book. Let's dive into the X's and O's, because this matchup is a classic strength-on-weakness clash. Offensively, the Raiders rank 28th in yards per play, 4.9, and 30th in red zone efficiency, 45%. Quarterback Gardner Minshew, stepping in after Aiden O'Connell's thumb injury, has completed 66% of his passes but has been sacked 18 times in 5 starts. The offensive line, anchored by rookie phenom Jackson Powers Johnson at right guard, has shown flashes but allowed pressure on 38% of dropbacks since the bye. Meanwhile, running back Zamir White is averaging a gritty 4.1 yards per carry, and rookie tight end Brock Bowers, already a top 5 rookie receiver in yardage, demands double teams. If coordinator Luke Getsy can scheme quick slants and screens to neutralize Dallas' new edge rushers, the Raiders can move the chains. Remember 2022. Davante Adams torched the Cowboys for 172 yards and 2 scores in a similar spot. History could repeat. Defensively, that's where the heartbeat of this franchise lives. Max Crosby, Raiders' all-time sack leader in the making, has 7.5 sacks despite constant double teams, and the unit ranks 8th in opponent yards per play, 5.1. Christian Wilkins, the big free agent splash, clogs run lanes like a semi on the 15 freeway, and Robert Spillane leads the NFL with 112 tackles. But here's the rub. Dallas wants a shootout. Prescott averages 285 passing yards at home, and the Cowboys convert 44% of third downs. If the Raiders can't generate pressure, remember, they've blitzed on only 22% of snaps, lowest in the league. They'll be chasing Lamb and Ferguson all night. Defensive coordinator Patrick Graham needs to dial up exotic looks, simulated pressures, corner blitzes, maybe even a spy on mobile tight end Jake Ferguson. Force Dak into the third and long situations where Crosby feasts, and suddenly a 24-20 slugfest becomes winnable. Stat comparison time, because numbers don't lie. The Raiders' defense has allowed the 4th fewest explosive plays, runs of 12-plus yards, passes of 16-plus, while Dallas ranks 22nd in creating them. Flip to offense. Las Vegas is 29th in explosive play rate, Dallas 9th. Translation? The Cowboys will try to strike quick. The Raiders must win the field position battle and milk the clock with White and Bowers. Since the bye week, the Raiders have cut turnovers from 2.2 per game to 0.7, huge. If they protect the football and win the takeaway battle, they're +3 since week 6. The math tilts silver. Let's zoom out for historical context, because Raider Nation breathes legacy. This franchise was born in Oakland in 1960, terrorized the AFL with Al Davis's "Just win, baby" mantra, and hoisted 3 Lombardi trophies behind legends like Marcus Allen, Howie Long, and Tim Brown. Remember Super Bowl 18? The Raiders demolished Washington 38-9, still the most lopsided title game in history. Fast forward to 2020, the move to Vegas, the $2 billion Death Star rising from the desert, and a fan base that travels like no other. Allegiant Stadium has sold out every game since opening, and the Raider Nation tailgate is part Vegas spectacle, part pirate ship invasion. Tonight, 65,000 strong will don silver face paint and shake the foundations when the cannons fire after every score. Player Spotlight: Max Crosby. The 2019 fourth-rounder out of Eastern Michigan already has 53.5 career sacks, third most by a Raider before age 28. Off the field, he's a new dad, a podcast host, and the heart of the locker room. Teammates say when Max speaks, everyone listens. Quote from veteran linebacker Robert Spillane after the Denver loss: "Max was in the film room at 6 a.m. the next day. That's why we follow him into battle." On the Cowboys side, keep an eye on Micah Parsons, 2021 Defensive Rookie of the Year, 40.5 sacks in 58 games. Parsons versus Raiders left tackle Colton Miller is appointment television. Miller, a 2018 first-rounder, has allowed just 2 sacks all season. Edge: slight to Vegas if Miller can anchor the pocket. Coaching carousel: Pete Carroll, at 74 the oldest head coach in the NFL, brings Seattle's Legion of Boom DNA to the desert. His trademark: competitive depth. Every rep in practice is game speed. Offensive coordinator Luke Getsy, poached from Chicago, preaches RPO concepts that could exploit Dallas linebackers who struggle in space. Cowboys DC Mike Zimmer, old school, blitz heavy, will try to rattle Minshew early. But Carroll's teams are 14-6 after a loss since 2020. Resilience is baked in. Fictional sideline sound: imagine this. Raiders sideline reporter: "Max, the Cowboys are stacking the box. How do you counter?" Crosby, sweat dripping: "Stack it? Cool, we'll throw over it." Brock's a matchup nightmare, and Zamir's running angry. This is Raider football. Hit him in the mouth. Cowboys locker room: Prescott to Lamb: "If they W, Ferguson's eating underneath. Let's make him pay for loading the box." Fan pulse: outside Allegiant, Raider Rick from Fresno, dressed head to toe in pirate gear, tells me 3 losses? Doesn't matter. Primetime: black hole energy: "Dallas comes to our house? We're 2-0 on Monday nights in Vegas. Book it." Predictions: I'm calling 27-24 Raiders in a nail-biter. Minshew hits Bowers for a fourth-quarter go-ahead score. Crosby strips Prescott on the final drive, and the cannons blast into the Vegas night. Why? Because the Raiders are 6-2 in primetime since 2020, and desperation breeds magic. Playoff odds currently at 8%, win tonight, they jump to 22%. Lose, and it's draft position season. Trivia timeout. Did you know the Raiders and Cowboys have met 13 times, with Dallas leading 7-6? But in Las Vegas-era matchups, the Raiders are 1-0. Also, Allegiant's roof will be open tonight, first time for a Cowboys game, meaning the desert breeze could swirl kicks and deep balls. Place kicker Daniel Carlson, money from 50+, 89% career, gets the edge over Brandon Aubrey in the thin air. Broader implications: win, and the Raiders leapfrog Denver for third in the AFC West, keep the Chiefs sweating, and give GM Tom Telesco ammunition to wheel and deal at the deadline. Lose, and suddenly 2026 mock drafts have the Raiders picking top 5. But Raider Nation doesn't quit. Remember 2002? 4-12 season, then Super Bowl the next year behind Rich Gannon. Rebuilds start with belief. Closing bell, folks. Kickoff is 5:15 Pacific, ESPN/ABC, and the Black Hole will be rocking. Fire up the grills, don the eye patches, and let's remind the NFL why the Raiders are the most feared 2-7 team in football. Smash that like button if you're riding with the silver and black, drop your score predictions below, and subscribe for post-game reaction faster than a Crosby bull rush. Until next time, this is Raiders Primetime Central, signing off. Just win, baby.